lads, welcome back to Skychrew Cooks! This is the 11th episode of Skychrew Cooks. This time we'll be cooking easy and fast, the most easiest and the fastest episode I think. Salmon. This is a piece, filet of salmon. It's like this. I'll show you when we open it and I'll tell you how to cook it and prepare it. Alongside, obviously you need something to eat it with garnier. I would say like extra. It will be kind of boring just to eat plain meat, right? So I'm gonna cook it with a rice. It's not a promotion of anything, just a rice. I have a rice cooker here, there. So I just put the thing on top and with water in it, I'll show you. I'll even tell you the proportions, by the way. So let's start off from washing the salmon, because it's always important to wash the salmon, since even if it's in packaging, it's better to wash it with cold water to avoid any germs, not germs, but I would say, as you can see, the salmon's off. It looks like this. This is a piece of salmon. Some people take off the skin. I did that in the past myself, but then I realized that the skin could be very crunchy and good to eat as well if you cook it properly. And this side we're gonna wash it all together, and this is I have here 344 grams of salmon. So yeah, that's a good thing. That's for a two-person. I'm gonna cut it in half for my wife and myself. But I'm gonna clean now the salmon. So now that the salmon is cleaned, I'm gonna go and move on to the rice. I have a measuring cup here, so there's 160, if you can see it now, 160, but 3/4 of a cup. I'm gonna use 3/4 of a cup, something like this did approximately, see? So it's actually equal to 160, you can see it here, yeah. I put it in here, and then I fill it the same bowl again. And I assume there's just enough for next time one time, that's it. And back here. So 2 full cups like this, 3/4 of a cup, I assume 3/4 of a cup 2 times. You can do 3/4 of a cup 2 times and 1/4 one time, so it'll be the same as I did right now. So we move on to the rice. By the way, I know that not many people do this, but you have to wash your rice. You know why? I'll prove it to you, look. And now this is what you're dealing with. Look at this water, dude. It's not even transparent anymore, it's fully white, dude. That's why I need to remove it and then go again with new water, because that's how my parents teach me to clean the rice, because you're gonna eat a dirty rice. The thing is, if you buy rice in, I would say already cooked, not cooked, but in the packaging that's supposed to be already inside it, you cannot open it, right? I still suggest you maybe to open it and do it like this still. But if you want, I did this in the past as well a little bit for some time. I just have this package already with the packet, the covering inside, right? So the rice is inside the cover, you cannot open it. So you just put that, it has already holes, you put it in the boiling stuff, it's still kind of fine, should be in a way fine because it's a bit cleaner. But if you have a rice cooker, well, that's even better, dude. And usually this is enough. Now, how do I add proportions of water? If you have a rice cooker like me, you add the same amount of water you used. Simple as that. Look. Look. I added 2 cups, right? So look, 1 cup and 2 cups, that's it. Just on time. And I just put it in the rice cooker as such. In the middle of there. Just goes inside that easy. Wood. Open up this, plug it in. So it saves me a lot of time, my friend. And then I have this option here called warm, keep warm, or cook. Cook. And then you have this thing, cover it. The steam will come from here. The window is opened. There you have it. Now let's go back to the salmon at this point. Now, since we washed it, we don't need to cut it. You do not cut the salmon if you have a big pan. If you have a small pan, yes, you can maybe cut it in half and try to fit it in, but I have a big pan, so that should be fine. Okay, so next you add the spices, right? Like salt, pepper usually, but if you have garlic, that's even better. I don't have neither of those, I only have salt. So I think I'm gonna add paprika a little bit, so to have a little bit of that, not spicy effect, but at least a flavor, and at least some kind of a flavor to it. Salt, my friends. Let's add some salt. Salt that salmon up, dude. Now you do have to be careful because there are some bones inside still hidden. So when you eat, you should be careful in the way. Now I would add paprika a little bit, because I don't have neither pepper or garlic. Just gonna add some paprika and try to spread it around. Okay, so I just covered a bit of paprika on top, so it should be just not super bad. We're gonna put it this side down quickly, not for too long. And we're gonna cover this salt with salt and paprika. So we covered both sides of salmon with salt and paprika. Now it's time to move to the pan, time to put the gas on and add some oil. Not much, I'll show you how much. We move on to the butter, well, you can add butter if you want, but I add vegetable oil. Not much, again, like you don't need to go crazy with it. This is all it's not, that's enough, more than enough. And just try to spread it out like this as you can. Let it travel all around the pan, and the hotter the pan, right, the easier the butter or the oil will spread out, like water at this point. It's a bit thick for this moment, but it's gonna go way much better. I'm just trying to cover all the pan, and there we go. And then we put our salmon skin-wise, because I didn't took off the skin. The gill, fun thing, you can either eat the gill, which would be weird, but sometimes you can cook it as well, but it's up to you. I can cut it right now, it's not a problem. So, our pan is starting to be hot and, yep, very good. The temperature reached a very good, healthy heating, I would say. Healthy eating, healthy heating, joke. So, look, you take just like this, vulgar, you transfer it to here and then boom. There you have it. You just put it like that and it's ready. And this is all the spice. What I do, I have a small piece like this prepared. You just spice it up from both sides. Boom. And just put there and that's it. You have to fry it until it's golden brown. I moved away from the kitchen because it's a bit loud. I'm telling again, we need to cook it until it's golden brown and it starts to get the white color. So the thing is, if you have an old pan, right, do not put the high heat there. Use the low heat if you have an old pan, but if you have a middle pan, like that can still not sticky, right, you can use this middle heat. But if you have a new pan right now, like I have, you can use a bit high heat, it will cook way much faster. So there we go, that's all I want to say. Cook it until it's start to have the colors better and then flip it. So I have this type of like a spatula, I would say, that allows me to flip it over and just check in general. As you can see, our small piece is almost ready. It's even burned, starts to get a bit. But yeah, in general, that's how you cook that salmon. Not complicated, easy. It's just like that in the pan with spices and that's it. For some time. But I would suggest cooking it a bit more longer time because it will be more high chance it will be cooked properly. But you have to also realize that if you cook it for too long, you might end up with a dry salmon, right? So you have to be careful what time you cook it. Let the skin crisp a bit, dude. If the skin comes off at the back of the side when you flip, it makes sense because it's really crispy and it's good. It's fine when it comes out. Don't try to think that I screwed it up. No, it's bad. No, it's still in a very good condition. It's very good still. I might add a little bit of paprika again because yeah, not much left. There we go. If there's not much left, if you can see that there is not much spices after the transfer, right, when you pick it up, I guess you can add it during the processing of cooking. Okay, you see? Here the skin starts to be cooked, and here is as well. This pink is the changing color. Here. That indicates you should flip, so I'll flip gently, but since I'm having my one hand, so I would have to probably... there you have it. The skin is not burnt, it's very crispy. Very crispy indeed, look at that. Lower the heat. The skin is very crispy, yeah, that's very good. And here you have a very good golden brown fried salmon, dude. Look at that. The skin is still amazing looking. Looks delicious. Very good. This is the good color of salmon, you know, it's good. Unfortunately, I do not have lemon juice, but I do really highly suggest if you have a lemon juice at home or a lemon, squeeze it in here on top of salmon and it's gonna be 10 times better. It will give this like a bit more like stronger flavor, I would say, you know. But this is still looks pretty darn good, man. Look at that. So as you can see, the meat was pretty tender, very good quality. When you peel it off, it comes out very good. This is not raw. This is not raw. This is cooked just enough to the medium rare. Look, it's very good. It's perfect. It tastes good. No problems. Because the salmon has already flavor in it itself, right? The salmon itself has a flavor of salmon. But adding salt and extra just gives a bit extra boost to the flavor, right? What I suggest, if you have a new pan, put a bit on a high heat so it will be a bit brown, like burn in a way. The charcoal to it will make it a bit better because it's a bit crunchy flavor, right? All of your crunchiers out there, hey, you understand me? The crunchy dudes. You would understand because the crunchiness of the fish is the best thing ever. Obviously the best thing to do is fries, fish and chips, you know, fish and chips, dude, the old style. But I prefer maybe rice with it because you can collect juice. Now, one thing I would suggest as well is, you see there's some like things left from the cooking. Maybe put a toast on it and cook it there together. Because that's what I might do, but not many people just clean it, right? But I just put in a toast, like 1 toast and 2 toasts, and trying to move a little bit when it's on high heat, and try to make a toast with the flavor of the juices that's left out, because that's gonna make it even better. Bonus clip, look at that. The salmon juices that I told you about. I collected it with the toasts, and now I'm toasting it in this pan, dude. There's a lot of juices that's left out after cooking, dude. So what you do is you put them on a toast. Because there's not much. When there's very not much, you can put it on toast. If there's a lot, you can put it on the rice, but in our case there was very not much, so voila, look at that beautiful thing. Appetizing, great and awesome, dude. As you can see, I tried it out already. It looks very delicious, very good. The outside of it, behind, you can see, looks very crispy and like barbecued, you know. That's even better. There's a char to it. When it's like this, you can already taste the juices just by touching the salmon. So yeah, you just if you having troubles to know how long to cook salmon, poke it in the middle. You can screw it up, yeah, like perfection, the perfect like presentation wise, right? You can screw up the presentation, but that at least you would know when the salmon is cooked. I did that at the beginning because I didn't know how long I should cook the salmon, and I tried to taste a little bit, little by little, just tiny pieces when I cook, and then time after time I realized when it's cooked. So you just need to give it a time. If you give it a bit extra time and you're scared you're gonna burn it, do not worry, because if you put it on a low heat, it should be relatively fine. So try to stay between low heat and middle heat. High heat makes it crispy and like char, which I did in my case. I did it fast way in char, which is amazing because it's a new fresh pan. But if you have an old pan, don't do like this. What I mean by this is putting the high heat. Try to do it on the middle to low heat. Low heat will be better because it will not stick and you'll have less nightmares to clean. Here's a life hack as well. If it's at the end of it all, it sticks a lot. Remove the fish to the plate, eat the fish, but before you eating, try to put a lot of hot water in your pan and let it put like this layer of water. Leave it for 1 hour and then it will just come out easy. This has just been cooked. There you go. So technically, I just need to let it simmer for the next 5 minutes. The meal is done, the rice is done, the salmon's done. Hope you liked it. Skychrew Cooks episode 11. Stay tuned for episode 12 soon. Leave a like, and yeah. If we hit 100 likes under this video, I might share my secret recipe of 5-star sandwich. Yes! There is such thing as 5-star sandwich. You'll be surprised how good it is. If you enjoyed this episode of Skychrew Cooks, this was an easy one. It's just salmon with rice. What can go wrong, honestly? How can you screw up a salmon? So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and have a good one.